Well, adulting, it is hard. And while no one likes to think about the end, a little preparation can provide a lot of peace of mind, not just for you, but for the people you love and who love you as well. Stephanie Fierro, she is a partner and estate planning attorney at Jaburg Wilk, and she's here to explain why you need to take action now. It's kind of that topic, Stephanie, none of us really like to discuss, right?
Yes.
It's the end. But we need to do it while we're alive.
Yes. I talk about it all day, every day, so
Okay,
it's
good.
a little bit easier for me to do, and I try to
Right.
make it really light for people going through the process. But it is something you have to do, and it doesn't have to be a scary thing.
Okay.
So I'd like people to talk a little bit about the things that they can do that are really easy, that'll make it maybe less scary for people to think about doing.
And when you think about estate planning, it's not just your estate. It involves so much more. Things that we don't really even think we need to address.
Correct.
Give me some ideas of what you help people overcome.
Yeah, estate planning is not just death planning. It's about planning for yourself as well. And there are things that can happen that are not just death. Unfortunately, disability is a big topic and something that can happen. And if you're incapacitated and unable to make decisions for yourself, you can put documents in place to make sure somebody's there to do that for you. They're called powers of attorney.
Oh, wow. Super important.
Yes, they come in
Right.
two forms,
Okay.
financial and healthcare. You need one to take care of all of your financial decisions, to step into your shoes, make sure your bills are paid and all of those things, so you can designate someone to do that for you. And then for you as a physical person, what would you want for medical treatment if the worst was happening?
Right, okay.
And you can make sure somebody knows what that is.
All right, okay. What if you have children? This is where estate planning can be really critical.
Yes, having children and thinking about what would happen to them if something happens to you is not something anybody wants to think about.
Right.
But you have to, because if that horrible thing were to happen, you have an option to be able to designate the person that you want to be the person in charge of your children.
Right.
You get to designate a guardian, and you do that in your will. You put down who you would want to take care of the kids if something were to happen to you.
And you said it's very important, you should reach out to that person. Some people don't, but that person has the right to object and say, you know what, I don't want to take care of these kids.
Correct.
So you
are
really
making-
should reach out to them as well, right?
Absolutely. It is a nomination. That's the one thing I try and remind people. You are saying, this is the person that I would like to do this, but that person may not be in a position to do it. Maybe they've got something going on with their own health. Maybe they ended up, at the time when you appointed them, they didn't have any children and now they have 6.
Okay, right.
And
Good
so
point. Yeah.
Things to think about.
Now, our lives change all the time, right? How often should we reevaluate what we've put together?
I recommend blowing the dust off of an estate plan every 3 to 5 years, but certainly if there's been a major life event like a marriage, a birth, a divorce, these are all times that it's good to reevaluate what you've got in place.
And when we come and sit down with you, and we should do this through an attorney, by the way, right? It's all legal issues and legal papers. How can we best prepare ourselves so we can get the most out of that initial meeting?
One of the things I like people to do is take an inventory. What do you have? What assets do you have? Is it a home? What kind of accounts? What are the beneficiary designations that currently exist on those accounts? Because that's a really simple way to get your estate plan started, is making sure that on maybe a company-sponsored life insurance program or your 401k, that the beneficiary that you designated 10 years ago is still the same person that you would want on there today.
Just so important. I know it's something that we don't really want to talk about, but you know what? This is really very, very important, not only to you, but to your family as well. Stephanie, thank you so much.
Thank you, Terry.
Really good information. Jaburg Wilk, they have an office at 3200 North Central Avenue. That's where you'll find Stephanie, by the way. Suite 2000, Phoenix, right here. 602-248-1000 is the phone number. You can also learn more and learn about all the attorneys that are there as well at jaburgwilk.com.